Clash of Clans podcast, OG, episode 91. And welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Scotty827, joined live in studio by the terribly terrific Tyler of the House of L's, I should say, kind of these days, huh? House of L and House of Elites.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they both have the same initials.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking because you guys were in like the top. I was going to ask you about that. That's one thing that we didn't talk about before the list, or for the list for today. But I guess we can get into that. So, welcome back to the show, Tyler. How you doing? There's a lot.
Good. How are you doing, Scotty?
Good. I'm glad we get to kind of finally sit down and catch up. It's been a
Yeah,
big month.
it's been has it been over a month? Like 2 months almost?
Has it? Yeah, I suppose it's been like 2 weeks on the episode. We were going to record last week. Then we forgot it was Easter, and then you were busy, and then and then when we rescheduled again, I was busy with a Gaga concert. So sorry for the delay in the episode, everybody, because we were gonna try to do it during CWL, and I think we usually aim for about CWL time. I think the last one
it's
was
usually like
right about CWL, the last CWL.
Yeah, usually like right before, or right after, somewhere in there.
And it was an eventful CWL.
It was a good one. A good tight race the whole time.
And our new system.
Yeah.
So
new system.
And it's been and we are also, was it right at the month? I think we were coming into the season. This was before my struggle bus, I think. The last time we talked. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a lot to catch up on. So where do you want to start?
We can just start with CWL if you want.
Okay.
Or did you have a question about the pushing event, or the pushing over at House of Elites thing?
I was just kind of I think like just kind of like your experience over there overall. So I guess we can kind of talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
And maybe even like how they're doing CWL. I hadn't really thought to ask about that, but this month was the first month that we introduced the full-on spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
With like, because the month before we were just coming into the merge, and I went by the spreadsheet, but of course now looking back, I was probably picking wrong because I was getting wrong data.
But it was also okay because the month before was when we were in Masters, so we just ran a 30.
Oh yeah. So before that, it didn't quite turn out to need it so much.
Yeah, didn't really need it that month.
So in the end, so when we went in, you had talked about your spreadsheet starting a long time ago, like a year and a half ago, I think. Was this the spreadsheet? Because I know we went through some evolutions in it. Was it mostly the same? Or how? Because I know we added a couple factors.
So let me pull up the old CQ one, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty similar. So when I was running the spreadsheet in CQ, we ran it off of your map rank, which we didn't really apply to ours in the House of L.
Okay.
Your triple rate rank for that month, which we did. Your total stars, which we didn't do last month, but I'm going to include in this month's. And that's like your total stars for the month based so that because some people can have a high hit rate, but only come in for like the last 3 wars. And so they might have 100% hit rate or like an 80, 75% hit rate or something, but then they only have like 3 wars. So think it kind of skews their data. So I wanted to have something else in there that kind of like really makes sure this person's like a good, strong person throughout the whole month to help us out during CWL. So total stars is something I wanted to add in. Then your average stars. We did average stars of regular, or your average star from regular and CWL wars. And these are just all gathered from a Discord bot. Um, that's pretty easy to run. And yeah, that was it. So pretty
What
much the same kind of stuff we were running over in CQ.
it was kind of cool because and thank you for all the work in doing that, by the way,
Hmm.
because you were publishing the ranks throughout the month, and it was kind of the first time. This was the first time we did it like that, and so we could look at the spreadsheet as it went, and so you kept that updated. And that's a lot of work, but at the same, and how that worked into the clan, I guess I should say, is people were getting more competitive with in their war hits, I think. Or like looking at their standing. Like I know I was
Yeah.
at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
I thought all hope is lost. And I said just let it be what it'll be, but I think I ended up doing not too bad on it, um but it was kind of like a pushing like incentive to like work hard as you
Yeah.
were going.
I think it's good to get a little competitiveness going throughout the whole month, Like it's not live or die just by one thing because we're going off of, multiple stats here, not just, your hit rate or something or just one thing. I remember Warpig a while back on one of the podcasts was like, wasn't sure about doing ranks like that because you could kind of inflate you know, your Discord bot standings, like you can hit lower or something like that. But I feel like everybody was kind of hitting around where they were map rank. Some people were even hitting up, and with it not just being your hit rate, with it also being your last CWL, last
Yeah.
3 CWLs is what we're going to incorporate into this month's. It's kind of like it's a portfolio of how your attacker.
Yeah.
Um, I like how it's kind of balanced out too this month. I think it's going to be a good balance for. We've got two categories. So we got last CWL, last 3 CWLs, and then so there's like two just based off of CWL. The one is your average stars of CWL and regular wars. So it's kind of like tying in both. And then we have two categories that are just regular wars throughout the month of your hit rate and your total stars. Um, and that kind of just balances everything out, right? Like some people
Yeah.
had one bad CWL last month that could really throw off your standings if you just went off of like 3 stats. But if you go off 5 stats, it kind of helps those people, let's use Magic for an example. He had a bad CWL last month, but his last 3 CWLs are still solid. He's
Yeah.
gonna have a great month because he went perfect last month.
Yeah.
Like you can just
And it'll
you
probably
kind of
reflect
see it
what
work
we
out.
know, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and that's I think that's with like Warpig and I. It's like I think we worry that like it's not going to reflect what the reality is, and I think some of the times in the past, like looking at just what the Discord bot put out, right? Like hit rates, and then kind of looking at the number of hits and trying to do that. It and this is before your spreadsheet. But looking at that is like, well, it's not quite representative of I think how it would go, because if like let's say the top 5 are numbers 10 through 15 on the map, right? Like then it's like, well, how is that going to play in, defensively into this and stuff?
yeah,
So I think yeah, it does kind of come.
yeah. And we took that into I think our when we did our captain's choices. So we only had the first 13 based off of just stats, and then we made 5, or in this last city, it was 6 choices of captains because we couldn't really decide between the final two.
Oh yeah.
And I think that kind of came into play with my decision was like, where are we at on the map? Like some of these guys are really, really low. um, some of them are a little bit higher. So it kind of helps your defensive position out because that does play a big role in CWL is,
Yeah.
you click on a base and it's all level 12 walls, town hall walls, or you don't have all your defenses kind of upgraded. It's kind of like you go into it a lot more confident of looking at all town hall 18 base.
Yeah. And I think that actually got at a lot, as we're talking about this, like a lot of the things that we talked about are like how I was wondering about things, like how it would play out in CWL. It kind of just addressed them all from a different angle. Um, so that was really cool to see. Just like to see, I guess the organization and then like how it like played out across the clans. L2 promoted. Um,
Yeah, I think that was one of the coolest thing is like seeing how well L2 did as well. Um, a lot of those guys down there, I think maybe had a little something to prove, or maybe, wanted to show everybody what's up, and and they killed it. I mean, I think they won by over 20 stars in their CWL.
yeah, I looked at the stuff and that was
They
just
just they just crushed, and I was like, "That's awesome." So, hopefully they can do that same thing again next month,
Warborn
and we
did that.
can
And
we can promote in, Maine, and we'll just keep progressing.
it'd be great to have those two. I could imagine a world where L2 and L are at the same level, or one's going up above the other. Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah, for sure.
L2 is above this, because I think even when we're like looking at that spreadsheet, when we're breaking into the two CWLs, they're both very, very like strong in my opinion. Like, because you're getting different people from the different places of the roster just based on the month, and it's mixing things up, and I could see it like uh things just like blow out in L2 one month, in a
Mhm.
champs or something. And uh
So, I had an idea and question. I probably should run it by before I threw it out, but, um, so we had quite big numbers, and I guess this all depends on what Chewy wants to do, if he wants to try to run another 15 or if he wants to do a 30 in Masters, because they'll be up in Masters 1 and still able to run a 30. But is Warborn something more like, because it's in crystals, right?
yeah.
For Is that something where people could kind of run their lower town halls? Like we can send 17, 16, and I think that's what we kind of did this month, but
Yeah. Well,
we
here's
did send, I think, 4 or 5
yeah,
town hall 18s maybe.
I think so. And leading into the last CWL, we were going to run a 5v5
Yeah.
in a new clan and have it promote to a higher league.
Mhm.
And right before that, found out we're not going to be able to do 5v5, uh,
Yeah.
which was a bummer, because we were really in. I felt like we were right in the stage where we were gonna uh, promote up a new clan, kind of to get another event clan rolling up, and then it just was a big switch up in our numbers. Like, okay, now we don't, because
Yeah, it was kinda like, what do we do with that extra 5 that we were gonna send
yeah,
somewhere?
well, because you guys were talking about should we, put this, and I just knew, like, I knew with the five and with everybody who had confirmed and people who don't confirm that usually come in, I just had a sense we had it all kind of ready to go, and that the lower town halls could maybe have a good uh CWO. But of course some of those guys promoted, so now they're like, so the CWO is hoping to create for some people, and like, oh, they're up out of that. And so I do think that we almost need to just, if we're going to run another 15, and I think, I'm guessing that they'll try to match again. I think they were going to try to match with like a Crystals of Joy clan and a bunch of other um, clans. We'll probably have to do a 15, and maybe that's just the better way to do it. with our group.
Yeah.
You know, I
Well, and
guess it was very successful.
yeah, my idea was we kind of ran like higher numbers in both L and L2. If if you think about it, like we could run with 16 or 17 guys. Let's say 17. That way everybody has two subs. Just so you know, it's hard sometimes with just one. If you run 17, you need 51 Town Hall 18s, and you could split it in between three clans, which I know we wanted to try to start that new one. If we did, I think with the Town Hall 18s all in there, and you had a third CWL clan, besides Warborn, then you can send, you know, everybody below Town Hall 18 goes to Warborn. And we just create
Yeah.
another one. And then we have 17 in each group. Because right now, according to my spreadsheet, we have 51 Town Hall 18s. Like that either award with us last CWL or,
Yeah.
you know,
Some of
are
those
in the
are
clan right now.
like Big B's like on hiatus.
Yeah,
So
that's
there are a
true. Some
few
of
that
them
are
are,
like,
some are, yeah.
but that just, but I think that tells me that. So I think that's a great idea, and maybe
Yeah.
even what we need to do is just do a 50.
And you
If
could
you
even
took
in
like
that
that,
third one.
yeah, if you took that third one, and let's say we just ran a, instead of a Warborn, we ran a 15, like you're saying in that, right? Like for one
Hmm.
month, then the Town Hall 17s could take over.
Yeah.
Like after that, like once it's promoted up,
Yeah.
it would probably
Yeah.
be right where they would have a great CWL
Or
experience.
or you even have a few 17s in there. Like if we do have these guys on hiatus
Oh
or
yeah.
some people, you know, if we need to pull up a couple 17s, because I'm sure the 17s are kind of itching to get in, you know, something besides Crystal as well. Um, then you can, because the medal count difference is just so different between Crystal and Masters.
Yeah. I was looking at that. I'm
And
like, it's gonna be 7
and
months before we're.
yeah, and you take so long where if you could just start right now, I bet you worst case scenario with all Town Hall 18s, you get Masters 3. But I bet you with some of the accounts that go down, they'd probably be Masters 2, you know, already.
Yeah.
Because I don't they just place it off of where you're at town hall wise. So,
Well, and then listen to other podcasts too, and just I'm seeing this on TikTok a bunch, and you know, a lot of people having problems recruiting and getting clans to kind of come together. But then in those lower leagues, having lower level clans run up against somebody like us that are trying to just get promoted up, and then they don't really stand a chance
yeah,
against a
you don't
bunch of
stand a chance.
18s, and you kind of feel bad. Like I remember, you know, I remember being in that, and you go into CWL and you see the team like just smash it, like, well, we have no chance at promoting, absolutely
Yeah,
not this time.
yeah. You're just trying
So
to not demote at that point when you're understaffed that bad.
yeah, so I'm kind of hoping they address it. It just seems to, I don't know if you've noticed that, but it kind of seems to be in the ether, a little
Yeah.
bit of that talk and
It
stuff.
seems like, and who knows with this update that's supposed to be coming, I don't and they announced that they will be making changes to CWL. I don't know if it's coming in this next update that we're supposed to get this month, or if it's something that's down the pipeline, you know, not until this summer or, you know,
Yeah,
but because they're supposed to kind of revamp CWL, right, with different new tiers
new
and new
tiers.
leagues,
I thought it would be
and
at the
new
end of this one.
modifiers. And, like, if it is, who knows what our next makeup looks like because they could you know,
I suppose that,
realign everything and restart everything. I don't know.
you know,
Who knows?
I didn't think about that, like the accompanying changes. I just was thinking, oh, they're just going to add another screen
Yeah,
onto it, you know, like a, but maybe that is going to be more of a um, overhaul. I did
yeah.
want to ask you one quick thing. Um, before we talk about any of those changes was there was a little bit of discussion about the map rank being a factor in the spreadsheet.
So
Do you know?
I didn't incorporate it in our rank. Like it wasn't part of the rank. It was just off to the side to try to see, like, kind of help us decide maybe captain's choices. But are
Yeah,
you talking about when Divs was talking about like that they've
yeah.
uh,
I guess I
proved
wasn't.
that that didn't work?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't really familiar with like the debate, and
I
so when it
I
got brought up,
think
I wasn't.
yeah.
I was gonna ask about it, but I thought I'll just wait till we talked.
I didn't ask him directly, and so this is just like hindsight and maybe speculation. I think what he was saying is that your map rank won't affect who you match up against in CWL, because he was saying something about the matching. They've proved that the matching doesn't make any difference
Okay,
for Town Hall 18s because we're already in champs, right?
right.
And we're not a new clan. The only time that it actually matters when you're doing a CWL where your town halls are and your map rank is when you're going into a brand new CWL as a clan and you've never been in a league before. So that was my idea, my like
Yeah.
speculation on what he was saying. I'm thinking that at least, or unless he
Well,
was trying to say that
or
your map rank doesn't matter.
I thought it was in relation to, and I this is where I thought might be two conversations going on
Yeah.
a little bit too, was that having the map rank as part of our factor in
Mm,
the monthly ranking could hurt some people, I guess, but then
yeah.
it was also on top. So maybe I'm not quite remembering it right, but
Yeah.
um how we factor the map rank in. Which I do think if we're talking about base, that at some point a map rank would matter. Like
Yeah. I think that it
there must be
does.
a
I mean,
cutoff though, like where it's like if you're max or very close to max, then it's like you're in one category or
yeah. Because I'm just thinking, like, if you look at our bases in the top 5 compared to you drop down to, like, map rank 20s, there is a difference in our bases.
yeah,
Like, you can see just visually without even clicking on any, you can see the different colors, the different walls,
yeah,
the
more
different levels.
HP, more DPS.
And I know that map rank also is affected by not just defenses, but also your hero levels,
Oh
your
yeah.
equipment levels,
Oh,
and your I think Guardians is in it as well. I
okay.
can't confirm that. I never looked that up, but I was trying to figure out why some of those guys were ahead of me because I'm like almost max. And I'm like, why are they still ahead of me? But I think it's because I never touched the other Guardian. And
Oh,
then and I was like, I kind of asked around to a couple that were ahead of me, and they're like, yeah, mine's max. I was like, okay, that makes more sense because my Guardian is not touched. So I started leveling them up a little bit. But I ended up passing them all back now, and it's because of the equipment. My
okay.
rocket backpack is maxed,
It's
and I
weird
don't
how it
think.
changes like war to war.
Yeah.
And that's kind of part of that. Well, the map rank
Mhm.
is flexible, so there's got to be like tiers in that. But
Yeah.
so as you catch up on equipment, you just progress up too. And
I think so, and then I think also it has, like, who did it first, right? If I upgraded my backpack at 9 a.m. and somebody did theirs at 10 a.m., they're gonna be behind me. I think it kinda goes off that too, is what Drew was
seniority.
saying one day. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah.
What are you thinking about the
Same with
backpack?
defenses, like, if you're both maxed on the defense, like, who pushed upgrade first on that defense? I'm
Eh,
liking the backpack so far.
I'm starting to wonder also if like experience level in the game comes into play too.
Mm,
Like you never
that
think about that,
yeah.
but or I don't ever think about that. But then every so often, if you look at like your friends list and then you see that, I'm like, oh, okay. Um,
When you look at your friends list, I think when you where, I
oh,
think
sorry, you
that's
cut out.
based off of your trophy count.
Sorry, you cut out right there. That was mine, I
So
think.
when okay. When you're looking at your friends list, that's based off of your trophy count, I believe.
No, I'm seeing
Like
the
who pops up at
blue,
the top?
or right next to your name is like the
Mhm.
like 269, 240,
Mm.
258. Your like player level or whatever.
Yeah, your
So I kind of
XP.
wonder if that factors in at all. Um, would be cool to pop under the hood to see that, but
It those are all questions that would be good to hear from, right? I'm
yeah.
sure you could probably look it up. Like it's probably on a Clash wiki somewhere, or somebody's got the data on it to tell you what goes where, um, and how it's designed.
And I suppose it'll change next month.
And yeah, and then everything's gonna change. Exactly.
So, we, I, to be quite honest with you, I thought that the update with, and probably people thought I was nuts in the clan chat because I'm like, I'm saving up my books. I'm ready for my Super Yetis because I thought on the first or I think it was the first or it was the with the Dragon Duke's new rocket backpack
Mhm.
release, I thought we were getting all of that stuff. I thought I thought the CWL new league thing was coming out. I thought that we were getting the new super or the new Yeti level, the new defensive level on a few things. So I was
Yeah, I
buying
think
some
that's to
books and
come still.
yeah, I guess
To
so.
come. Looking at there's a image. I just looked up April 2026 uh season calendar or whatever. They're hanging from the metal chains, but then they also go left to right. So I think Clash likes to switch it up sometimes, and sometimes they just go left to right, and sometimes they kind of go vertically. So you have to kind of break down the picture and see what's going where. So we had new crafted defenses on April 1st.
Yep. And that's where I
Um,
thought everything else was coming.
everything was gonna come, yeah. They April Fools you.
Yeah, they did. I still keep checking.
uh, yeah. And CWL says, and it's so this is left to right. CWL is the 1st to the 11th. Then the medal event is the 8th to the 29th. Then the second row down, you have clan games the 22nd through the 28th. Then there's the one that has a question mark, and it's just like a skull with wings,
Oh,
and it's a different icon than everything else. And then after that, it says April 28th to May 3rd is the uh, treasure hunt event. So my guess, just looking at that, is that our update will come on the 27th, which once again, Supercell, the
yeah.
week that we do CWL, you are going to release an update. Like,
He-
why? Why are we
Here's
doing this?
this is the simplest solution. And I think that this is a I was thinking about this as I was listening to the other podcasts and driving this week and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, it should just ramp up. CWL should be held at the end of the month.
Oh, okay.
Everything in that month,
Instead of the first.
yeah, everything in that month should orient to the culminating event, which is CWL. You should get, if they introduce the backpack on the first, we get a brand new season, that stuff comes out, the event comes, people get time to start building up their stuff for CWL. And then in the last, and now it is the epic event, the finale to April, the finale to June. And then when you get done with it, it's like, okay, now we're starting fresh in a brand new month. But it just seems like you get just slammed with everything right at the front, and you're kind of you're dealing with so much for CWL anyways, and then you've got like new strategies and things like that, and getting bases and whatnot. But if you just oriented it all and just put CWL at the end of the month, I think it would change. It would fix everything. It would fix like, and you just kept everything else, like the release dates and schedules, because they never didn't seem to release like on the very end, or if it does release on the first, then it's like, okay, after CWL, you get your brand new equipment. It's a brand new month. Here's stuff to get excited about. Fight through the wars. You get to learn through wars instead of get frustrated in the war at the beginning of the month if you're not doing well.
Yeah.
So
that's an idea. I wonder if they wouldn't ever want to change that because it's already been the beginning all the time. So you would either have to, like, everybody's so used to it being at the beginning.
I think it would be
They're gonna have
easier
a bunch
to
of
go to
people
the
upset.
end.
Yeah.
Everybody's always
But then
upset about everything.
Yeah, you can't ever please everybody. But
I think it would solve more
some
problems
months are
than it
shorter
creates.
than others.
Then you could do
months are
like the
shorter than
last
others,
21st,
just
or
the last 7 days.
Yeah, or the last 10 days.
Because the way it's set up, you can sign up for 2 days. So it'd
Yeah,
have to be the last 7 to 9 days of the month.
yeah,
Yeah,
that change. But I would want to look forward to the end of the month,
that would be cool.
instead of like the first of the month. Like I want
Yeah,
let's savor the month. Let's savor
Yeah.
the event, because it kind of feels like it's in the wrong order to me. But
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm always just blown away about how, like, they can't figure out how to not introduce something the week of CWL. Like, let's start a brand new crafted
Surprise.
defense the week of CWL. Let's drop a brand new hero the week of CWL. Let's
Yeah,
like when's the last time we had a normal CWL where something wasn't introduced?
yeah. Just
Last month was the crafted. The month before that was the Dragon Duke. The month before that, I believe there was also something else. And it's just like,
let's respect the arena. Let's
yeah,
put the value of the competition. Let's prize that, to say we want to make sure everybody, we're going to introduce this stuff. But I think people would spend more money to do it, because if you're able to play with it and start using it at the beginning of the month and get it leveled up, you'll probably spend more money doing that versus like, well, I'm not going to do it now because I'm not going to just go in with a brand new hero, or a brand new.
well, and maybe looking from the other side, maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to get everybody to spend money. Like Dragon Duke, beginning of the month. How's everybody gonna? But then they don't do that though because they gave it to us max
For 3 days,
for
yeah.
a week.
To test
It was
it
for
out.
for a week.
Oh, was it a week?
I think it was a week.
I actually had enough saved where I was very, very close to getting it.
But
So I was like,
the money thing would work for like the crafted defenses.
yeah,
They want everybody to try to max it out. Then the only way to max it out is for you to spend money. Like you can't max it out with. I guess you could with a lot of builder potions if you had them all.
I was doing a bunch of that. What do you think about
I
those?
thought it was interesting to watch the star totals throughout the month. Being in 3 different CWLs,
Yeah.
I could kind of see some patterns or trends.
Ooh.
The first wars, a lot of people were going perfect or near perfect. And then towards the last 2 wars or, last war, people finally had them upgraded to a decent level
Yeah.
to where they started actually mattering. But like the first few wars, they were so low, you could take them out with basically nothing. Like when I was
And
looking for my zap value, I was like, yeah, I don't need to zap that. It's a level 1.
yeah.
Like It's not gonna do me any damage. Yes, it's gonna hit me for a while, but it's not gonna do anything. Like, it's literally not even gonna affect my army.
I started hitting some Legends bases, and I was like, wow, I think I'm feeling my army. I'm really kind of back into this, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second. It's the defense is pretty low
The
here.
defenses, yep. That's what everybody was joking in the House of Elites. They're like, "Well, tomorrow's the day to go 320," because there was that day in between too, right?
Yeah.
Where there was no crafted
Oh,
defense.
that's right.
And and I think they screwed up because or maybe I screwed up, but, like, I know it wasn't me because I on all 3 of my bases, I set my defense for so we had the day of no crafted. The next day we got it. I set my base that night. The next day when I was getting hit on defense, my one account, and I know I changed all 3, my one account still had the box, nothing
Yeah.
crafted. And I was hitting a lot of bases that day, and I would say probably 25 because I hit 24 a day. I'd say probably 25% of them were not crafted defenses. So it's like either the coding got screwed up or the timing or something
And that
to
happened
where some people still didn't have their crafted defense set up.
and that happened all through the clan too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh, I'm hitting all crafted." Some people are, "No, I'm only hitting some."
I did notice you had to reload the one, like I think one gets kind of added to the queue on the FC. Um and had to do that, but yeah, I forgot about that when that happened. But it was a what are you thinking about the crafty defenses? Like by the end of the week, what are your what are your thoughts so far?
Uh, Everybody's going lava launcher. It's I've seen a couple comparisons. Like somebody was like, "It's the baby eagle," because it's just like
Yeah.
by the time you get the range all the way up, it almost covers the whole map. It's hitting down pretty hard, and then, like, the lava mites. Um, Everything I've seen from bases that I just keep hitting, there are some air bombs. I rarely see the roaster. Like, the roaster's just too underdeveloped to where it doesn't matter, I don't think. Like, nobody's really afraid of that one. The air bombs, I think might have been decent if somehow it would do more damage because it just seems like it doesn't do enough or it's
Yeah.
too slow to like catch up to all the air stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like the lava launcher to my ground armies, I'm now always paying attention to the levels of it and taking it out. I think it's not as dangerous. I think the bomb hive was
Yeah.
like we were all talking about that crusher for a long time, right? But I think the bomb hive out of these now 3 sets was the top tier because that one just screwed up pathing. It would get your healers and your ground army. It had such a random like people weren't didn't like to RC charge it. Now it's gone. Everybody's like, let's RC charge again.
And I think but
So
that kind of I felt like maybe I'm just misremembering, but I feel like it was a month or so before base design really caught up with that one.
yeah,
And then it started to
it did.
become like uh the um which one is that? The not the is it
The
bomb
very
hive?
first one.
Bomb
Yeah, the
hive?
bomb hive was the second one.
The X, yeah. Yeah, that one. Cuz like I wasn't afraid of it at first, but then it was the base design and like the multiple stacking that I think
Hmm.
like started to get. And
And like
I
people could we're building channels. So where your ground army would like channel into that.
yeah.
Like it was like a plus size design and you would channel right into where the bomb hive, hot bombs were going.
And I predicted that that the light beam would be the big one for this one. The last round. It didn't turn out to happen. Although I do think it was a really cool crafted defense, and I really liked using it because I thought that you could get a lot from like that the bomb hive could do, or that people were going at the bomb hive, but depending on those lines, uh, like those the square or like
Yeah.
the cross or whatever, and that would just start picking them off where their troops would normally be safe. So I was kind of digging that. But what are your
I think it was the second best one for sure. Like, if you didn't see the bomb hive, you did see the light I don't even remember what the third one was now from last season.
I don't know, why am I blanking on this? It's like
I didn't even finish it because I don't think it was worth it, like
I did all
upgrading
three of them. I wanted to get
all the way max,
those
the blue
points.
ore. I probably should. I think I did on one account, like, I got it, but then on the other 2, I was trying to catch up to you guys, so I just didn't.
Well, here's I was looking at it, these crafted defenses come out, and my first thoughts when I first heard about them, I was not really that very excited.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just this builder base stuff, I think, but
I think that got a lot of people. It's just like, "These are dumb. They're builder base."
yeah,
Like, they couldn't have come up with something new and exciting. They just copy pasted. Like, they even have the same grass from builder base, like, on the
or
icon.
I do think now though that it's actually worked out better than I thought when
Yeah.
they got introduced. Yeah, because I thought the lava launcher offers something. The air bombs, very pointed towards each of the things are unique,
Mhm.
and I thought this could really be one that makes these very base dependent again. Like I thought
Mhm.
maybe at the end of like if buying bases, I think we'll see a bunch of different ones. Like there might be like a anti-air base. I could
Yeah.
really see like putting those balloons somewhere where it's just impossible to get, your healers through, or just, something that wrecks that, or like the roaster using it as like in conjunction with like the revenge tower or something, and just making this really big, like hefty shooting gallery or something. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. I just was like, I went to the lava launcher because it just fit right in my base. It was kind of doing what the other stuff was doing. But I don't know. I kind of expect to see a bunch of different things, especially given the backpack now, because the backpack comes out, and I thought, oh wow, here we go. Like there goes everything we know, like base design and
Yeah. I
um,
think it'll take a week or 2 for people to actually start changing them because 'cause I'm starting to see, like, some people change their base to where you can't. The rocket part's the easy one because it always goes through the center. No matter where you're gonna aim, it will always go through the center of the base. But what a lot of people are trying to do is backpack and giant arrow and 2 quakes takes out anything, like CC, anything. So everybody's starting to, like, align their buildings a little bit so that throws off the arrow. But if you can figure out how to shoot your arrow and just barely touch it, because the arrow has, like, a wide range of it still hits things, like, 2 or 3 tiles, I think, to the side, then you're
okay.
okay. But I think it'll take a week or 2 for people to start changing things up. It'll be interesting to, like, do we just start seeing the town halls the only thing in the middle of the base? Like, do people stop putting the CC in the middle? Do you put your bigger defenses and your CC to where you can't basically, they're all not in a line somehow?
Or do you put him in the middle, put the town hall in the middle so that the dragon just you can't really use his ability
Yeah,
on
that's
it,
what you
right?
put the town hall there. Well, and from my few hits, if you hit the Dragon Duke CC, or sorry, the giant arrow and a couple quakes on your town hall, and then I can't remember if it's without my lightning or not, because I've been trying 2 different armies. But the spiky ball, like, basically takes out your town hall. It might be with
Oh.
3 quakes, or sorry, 3 lightnings, but
So
it's like, that might be interesting to try out too. I've been trying 2 different variations of my Zap army and just throwing in the Duke with the rocket backpack in there.
that's what I've been doing. And Smitty posted a video last night on TikTok that I saw, and I don't know what's the sound you make when he goes. Do you have a sound you make when he
Oh,
zooms across the base?
no. I'd
I'm like, wee. He was like, zoom.
Zoom.
Because
He
I've just been throwing him in, and sometimes I forget that I had that new ability. It surprises the hell out of me. And he's like
Yeah.
tearing off across the base. Uh,
I had to
sorry.
I had to adjust, like, the way I put my army down. I always do everything left to right, and so I'd always had my warden on far left out of my heroes, but I moved my warden over so that I could do my archer, queen, and duke first because it was kinda throwing me off. But it does always throw me off a little bit when you hit his ability and he goes flying across, and then later on in the war or attack, I'm trying to hit his ability again to use, like, the stun, but I realize, "Oh, I don't have the stun anymore."
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So the rocket backpack, brand new, active ability, 2200 damage. Hero boost 2000, DPS increase 86, and hit point increase. Um, everybody's saying don't use the stun because you stun everything and then you take off. I was
Yeah.
actually wondering if that blower wouldn't be
Oh, the fire.
yeah, the flame blower,
I
because
think though
you like smash it. You could kind of burn through that second level, I
double.
think.
Yeah.
Um, I just,
I wonder how that
or
only has so many tiles though. So I bet it only affects like the first little, it's like a circular range, almost like a
yeah,
fireball. So I bet it only affects the first like circular range, not all the way across the map.
yeah. Like
But it
I think in that
could
one
hit that
little
first area.
like
Yeah.
3 buildings by 3 buildings. I think, like, I'm looking at the graphic for it. But if I'm using my, so I'm kind of adapting my army, and I've been playing around with them this with the backpack, and I don't, as of right now, I'm not getting more than I'm getting with my other thing. But I'm starting to play around with it. So,
Yeah.
um,
It takes a little bit. I mean, I've been doing, so what have we had it for 3 days now?
yeah. And you've been running
4
it in
days because it
regular
came out the 8th.
war hits, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've went perfect in all my war hits. I did screw up. Oh, I felt so bad. CWL in my good thing it didn't cost us the war. CWL in my on my main account in our Champs 2 clan. Uh, I was doing FCs right before and nailing it. Had this base all picked up to where I had giant arrow, hit my earthquakes, hit my ability for the rocket backpack, and take off like 4 or 5 things down the middle. The CC, the mono, the revenge tower, the new defense. Like it was just gonna be great. And apparently forgot to swap the backpack in my regular
Oh.
army. Just swapped it in my FC army. So I went in
Oh.
for my CWL hit. I hit the arrow, and I usually go from the opposite side. So if I started my queen at
Oh.
6, I'm doing my backpack at 12, and it's coming towards my queen so they are together. And
Yeah.
I hit my ability, and it just does the stun. And I'm like, no,
Oh.
no, no, no. And
Oh.
I panic, and I luckily still 2-starred. Like I was able to save it, but I got a 93%.
Oh,
And it
man.
ruined my perfect week for that account, and I was like, "No," because I
Oh.
forgot to check my
That's the
equipment.
worst feeling too.
Yeah,
I'll
and they
do
were like,
that with like a
"Why didn't you use the backpack?" And I'm like, "If you go look at my FCs just before this, I had the backpack, and why would I put my Dragon Duke there to stun it? Like, definitely was planning on using the backpack and just didn't use it right.
Yeah. Oh man, that
And that
sucks.
one hit, like I had 93 to get a bonus. I think we only got 9 bonuses. I finished 10th in our clan and I was 1% behind the guy in front of me.
Oh.
So I'm like, I missed out on my bonus medals too that could help me out because I'm like low on medals from using all my builder potions to help max things out.
Oh
I'm like,
man.
oh, that really stings
Did you
to
guys
lose the perfect
did you
week.
guys promote over there?
No, we finished second. So we lost our first war on a 1 star. A guy missed a fireball and we lost like 41 to 42. And then we went perfect 4 wars in a row.
Wow.
And then the 6th war, we hit 44 stars. So we'd lost our first one, but we're still going into the 7th war. We had the lead and we were going up the clan ahead of us throughout the whole month, or the first week. They lost war 6. So we were looking really good. It's us versus them. Whoever wins the war. And there was somebody 1 starred like right off the bat, and then it kind of just killed morale because there was 3 of us that
Oh.
got 2 stars, and they ended up going perfect. So it we would have had to go perfect to win the whole week, but it was tough CWL. And then on Minion Mike, I was in a different clan, and I think we ended up finishing like 3rd or 4th in champs too. Um, that clan had some troubles. We didn't really do so hot. We lost a lot of wars by like 1 or 2 stars. It was just a tough week.
Are in the House of Elites are they are you doing 3-star strategies? Is it kind of like an all or nothing? Or is it a you better play it safe, 2-star to
Mm, With the people that 1 starred, I would say they're going for the threes. I think for the most part, a lot of us are doing 3-star strategies, but making sure we get the town hall at the beginning of our attack. Like
Okay.
I always did that this month. Like I'm not gonna be getting the 1 star. So I always made sure, wherever I started my army, that was the path I was gonna go to first was my town hall. Um, and I think that's gotta be the strategy. CWL is so hard to win with a 1 star.
Yeah.
Like, and if you look at our lot, like we lost 2 wars in the House of L, and it was like both of them. They didn't the 1 star wasn't the only fail,
Right.
but the 1 star is the thing that kinda kills you the most because you're giving up 2 stars, you know?
Yeah.
Where if you just get a 2 star, you can keep it safe and you've got a path still to win. Where if you have a 1 star, there is a path to win, but the margin is so small. Everybody really has to go perfect after that to kinda
And
'cause you in champs, no matter if it's champs 3 or 2, you've gotta be getting 40 plus stars to win wars. Like, you gotta be
yeah.
in the 41 to 44 range. It's hard to go perfect. It really is for all 15 people to do, but it is possible. Actually saw a lot of posts of Champs 1 clans that were just kinda, like, mad at Supercell because they were going perfect and tying, and then nobody gets the bonus, you
Oh.
know, bonus 10 medals. And then like they'd win a war, but then they'd tie the next one. And so then there was one clan that like went perfect every war, but still didn't win CWL because so
Oh,
somebody else
wow.
somebody else had gone perfect but won more wars. And it's like
Wow.
that would suck if you went perfect all week and you did not win your group. Like how upsetting would
Yeah.
that be?
Yeah. I didn't even realize that was possible.
Yeah, because if and there was even I saw one where it was like a 44-44 tie. Like, they both had the exact same percent to be able to tie,
Yeah.
and it's like it was probably 299s would be my guess. Like, they both probably had, 2 a 2-star 99% attack that they ended up tying.
Yeah, it's tough. It was a tough CWL. We got lucky with the 1-stars because we had an offset, I think, in both of those wars.
There was a 1-star in the one that we could have,
But
like, it was even, and then we just had one more 2-star than they did.
but it was like I felt every attack going
Yeah,
in.
no, it was I was sweating too.
It was like
It's
this one.
cool to
I think,
calculate as you go too, like, what do we need?
yeah,
And I think that's where we maybe failed to, like, kinda communicate and chat. The one war was, like, I should have communicated or somebody should communicated, like, all we need is a 2-star, you know? 2 2-stars wins it. That way you know for sure,
to
"Hey, get the town hall and let's win this."
yeah,
Um, because that's all you need sometimes, somebody just to let you know. Because sometimes you're thinking so hard, like, "I just need a 3-star this for, to help my clan out," but sometimes it's just a little oversight to miss, "Oh, we actually don't need a 3-star. We just need
yeah.
a 2-star, and we'll still win." Like, even 2 2-stars will still win us this war.
One and all of them are really getting. They were all getting like down to the wire, and even
Oh,
look
they were just time fails. Yeah, they were
yeah,
just time fails.
and looking at the other clans. Uh, at there was a lot of times it could have went a different way. I think like one
Yeah.
clan could have lost to this clan by they were pretty close, and um,
Mhm. Yeah, there was a lot of close wars.
I felt like we were where we were supposed to be. We didn't come into it, and then I think we took third, right?
Yeah, we ended up 3rd, which with going in and knowing the stats of our guys and where we were at, like, kinda knowing how champs works and being in it for a couple other clans, I really did expect us, no doubt, to finish top 3. And the
Yeah,
ultimate goal, aha, would be if we did win, and we were right there. And so I think it was a good month.
yeah, I did
We
too.
we stayed up, which the past 2 times we went up, we've immediately gone right back down. So it was
Even
good to
with a new
stay.
introduction of game stuff into
Yeah.
the
Yeah, even with all this new stuff thrown at us, we were able to hold our ground and finish strong. And like you said, if just a couple things go our way, that each war, or we got lucky a couple wars and had a couple things go our way, it's fun. I like
yeah.
CW. It's a stressful week, but looking back after it, it's a fun week.
Oh yeah. I
Like
felt like,
in the moment, it's a hell week. Like you're like, oh, there's just too much going on.
and even with the
And I'm
changes, it didn't feel like it was too overwhelming. I felt like there were a lot of when I would hit a base, I was kind of I think this is gonna work, with the
Yeah.
new stuff, but and then it did. So it wasn't routine or anything like that, and I do think like that third could have been first. I feel like with the organization now and everything that we're we're right where we need to be, like you said, because we didn't fall down or even get close to that.
No.
But hung up there. So I think like another month or maybe next month after. I kind of wonder how
Yeah.
that'll change as the new CWL stuff releases. Like if they'll just wait till the end of next month and then those winners start the new one, or if they will
Yeah.
recast everything. I don't know.
Well, because you've got to you if you're adding new leagues, you have to eventually get people up there. So I wonder if that's a good question. If they'll let them promote, like Champs One winners promote all up into this new league
Yeah,
so that it's ready for the next month, or do they just say,
that'd be cool.
but how do you
We're gonna
determine
spin
who
you up.
goes to those new leagues?
Yeah, that's why,
Because there's a lot of clans that are in Champs One.
and that's where it was with the talk of new CWL, the defenses and all that. That's where I thought we would be getting that, and then those players would be the first
would be on.
to play next month in the new CWL, the
Yeah.
winners. How cool would
Yeah.
that be though, to be like, oh,
Try out the new CWL.
yeah, to be the first in the round,
Yeah.
and then like
It'll
promote
be
it.
I don't know that they ever I'd have to go back and watch and see. I know they said something about modifiers being included as well, which is great because I think that's what a lot of people have been asking for. But I didn't really see where the modifiers are at. Are they in the newest one? Are they gonna put modifiers in champs?
Yeah,
Are they gonna,
I didn't
like
know.
that could really affect people who don't attack in Legend League and aren't ever used to Legend League and then have to go make a war hit in Legend League. That's a big difference. You know what I mean?
Or yeah,
Like
or
if we have somebody that's like a really good hitter, but they're only in like I don't even know what's below electro. Like there's not a modifier.
yeah,
You know what I
Masters.
mean?
Oh,
Because there's like
oh,
Electra 33 and 32 and 31 or whatever. They have modifiers. But like if you have somebody that's been hitting really good in regular wars, but then if CWL has a modifier and they've never seen those modifiers, sure you can do some FCs, but if you're not constantly doing it, like it's a big difference sometimes. I think
yeah.
that's really what helps a lot of us out is being in Legends and
Oh,
having those modifiers. And you go into a regular attacks just so more confident.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
I know this base I hit in Legend League and I can get it or it's close, but I know in regular order I'm gonna crush it. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm just feeling so much more confident doing CWL because of Legend League modifiers.
Yeah, if I practice on a base, I'll just practice on legend mode because I
Yeah.
know once I have that down that way that it should be like butter the other
Yeah,
way.
it'll be easy. Yeah.
I kind of wondered, and I don't know, they were talking about it on the Reddit Talks Clash podcast. I don't know if it was a question or um, something I wondered or a comment they brought up, but maybe it is something, a new modifier or maybe esport mode comes into it. I feel like I got to start practicing on esport mode for
Yeah, when
worlds.
world stuff start coming.
And
They did finally make a post and say that it's gonna happen because a lot of people are like speculating maybe it's not gonna happen this year, but they're just like, well, we're still working on it. So that was good to hear that it is gonna happen, that it's coming.
so, well,
Because last year it started in April and now it doesn't seem like it's gonna probably start until May this year.
yeah. Now that you say that, I'm like, now that we're talking about the rework of CWL, and maybe that all has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So maybe this is kind of like a bigger change to like,
Bigger picture.
yeah, like the modes and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. And I know we talked about just making it easier for the competitions, but have you seen anything? You were talking about this in the clan chat with the base designs. Did you say something about being front loaded or like people front loading their bases, or was that?
No, I mentioned people moving things from the corners so that it's harder to hit. And then I watched a video like so a 3 by 3 building is really easy to predict right where the middle is. But a 2 by 2 building or a 4 by 4 building, like the giant arrow actually doesn't go through the center of it if it's on like a certain spot. So I've been noticing like the bases that I've been failing on in Legend League the past few days are ones that don't have things in the corners, either corner 12, 3, 6, or 9, or on the sides directly in line with the middle of the base. Like they offset it just enough to when you put your queen down and she's trying to shoot, she will miss the center of the base. where your Dragon Duke always goes through the center.
Oh,
You need your queen to hit through the center as well. And so those buildings, I'm starting to just move them, 1 or 2 tiles to the side or offset them. I've even seen like, so if on a corner, if it's like at 6 o'clock, instead of having the building right there in the corner at 6, they'll offset them to where there's like a 3 by 3 space to where the building should have been. And there's 2 collectors or 2 buildings there. And you think I take those out, and then the next building is lined up with the center, but your queen ends up like angling herself the wrong way by the time she gets to that third building. So I think base builders are gonna start to figure out. I don't think it's really hit yet, and it's probably hit in the subscriptions, like people's, Legend League subscriptions,
yeah.
but a lot of them haven't been leaked yet of like how to set these up so that you can't hit your giant arrow very good. So I was just doing the strategy Destro's been running where it's like 4 quakes, your giant arrow, your duke, and you can take out like almost the whole center as long as everything is lined up. But then I started thinking, I'm trying to think 2 steps ahead. Like by the time everybody starts moving these, and then the giant arrow becomes so hard to try to hit the center, or it's impossible to hit the center because they've got things lined up the wrong way.
Yeah.
Should I just stick with what I was doing with my zap quake and zap? And I need to figure out the combo of how many zaps, how many quakes with the Dragon Duke to take out the center. And then not have to worry about,
Oh, with the rocket
trying to g
pack.
yeah, or sorry, yeah, the rocket pack one, I don't remember what I just said, but and then not having to worry about the giant queen or the giant arrow. Like, if I just hit it with the
Oh, I see
rocket
what you're saying.
pack and my zap quake, I could still get a lot,
Without the
you
queen.
know, without the queen. That way I don't have to worry about her missing, and I don't really love that ability because then you lose out on another ability.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
yes, you can get some great value if you know the base and you know it's lined up. But
I
in Legend League, they're not always like that. So sometimes your giant arrow is almost a waste.
and I just think it's a
And
disaster for me. Like, it's just not
and
gonna
it,
work.
there is the ones that I've failed, like, and I've gotten a few 1 stars the past few days because of it. It's just like the queen shoots off over here at a skeleton or at a,
Yeah.
uh hidden Tesla, or it's like totally not in line what I want to do, and then I still send the Dragon Duke and I'm trying to hit quakes, but they don't do anything. So I started bringing like a different combo of like I figured out the 2 quakes, the Dragon Duke, and 3 zaps still takes out the ricochet without hitting the queen arrow. So like if I miss my queen arrow, I can still take the ricochet, which is the highest point building with the zaps. Zaps will not take out the CC though. To take
Oh,
out the CC, you have to hit the arrow, the duke, and 2 quakes. And then I also learned
that's
that
all
you
gonna
should do your
change.
quakes first, because if you do your quakes after those 2 abilities, sometimes builders can heal the buildings. But if you do your quakes first, the builders will start working on their huts or nearby
Oh,
buildings before they work on those buildings. Because the 2 abilities sometimes do take a second to hit,
that's
especially if you're doing them on 2 opposite sides of the map.
oh man, that could come in handy on a lot of different things.
Yeah, there's just that's what I do enjoy the game right now because there's so many options, and I think this this is
Yeah, me
like
too.
another reason why equipment has come out or should have come out is because it really does change the way everybody attacks. And yes, everybody's going to want to use it because it's a new shiny toy, but then how many people actually stick with it? You
Right.
know, like how long term is this equipment? Is it going to be something that we all use down the road, or is the stun better, or
Yeah.
I think when you were talking earlier, I didn't mention it, but I think you have to leave the heart on the Dragon Dude. Like, you can't go backpack and stun or backpack and fire because the heart is so crucial to keeping him up and taking all those bombs and,
But
you know
if you're gonna revive him, you
yeah,
might
I
not.
guess if he's going to his death anyway, right?
Well, I just was
But then
because if I throw
when
him
you do
in
revive
like
him,
if I throw him in
he
like
still
just
dies.
another troop, right? Like
Yeah.
and don't think about because I was trying to I was playing with that Fireheart a little bit, but it's not maxed out yet. But if you can send him in, right, and you're gonna do what I was gonna do with my Manian Prince and just clear out around the town hall, and you can just want him to get
Mhm.
as much as he can get. If I can let him go in like that, oh, he's getting really low. Boom, burn a huge thing. He gets out of there. He gets a huge health boost.
Yeah.
And in a way, I might
But
in
does he
it
get the health boost because of the heart, or is
no,
it
because
because
of
of the backpack?
he gets on the flame. Let me see here.
Oh, the flame he does?
On there's two boosts that come with it. So what I noticed
Mhm.
when I tried it was that he was just getting health recovery is 2000 on the rocket backpack and a 3200 hit point increase. And it looks like you get probably like a 2000 health recovery and a 3000 hit point increase on the flame blower. You get a huge increase on hit points uh, with the Fireheart and everything, uh, and self healing. But I you get a lot of health too back. So
Yeah.
if I was going to send him in there where I would normally have to revive him with the other thing, I can get in there, blow a big chunk out of the base, take off across the base, and have most of my health back. And then I could have a revive there, and then I've just like extended it out. But that depends on what you're working it with too, right? Like, because if I'm doing that with my MP, it's just like a weird strategy I was thinking about. But
And that unorthodox kinda thing, I mean, you had that going with the minion prince and your whole attack when you were crushing it there.
yeah,
Um, so
well,
if you might be onto something with total outside of the box thinking.
who knows? I might just get it right. It's just
Hey,
fun to play with and when
I
I'm
I
sitting
was
around.
doing the I was putting everything in to get the stat sheet going for April, for the May CWL, and guess who's on top?
You
Fearless leader Scotty.
no way.
Ranked number 1 in CWL last month, ranked number 1 in the last 3 CWLs.
Oh wow,
Perfect in the last 3 CWLs,
me?
Scotty. Yeah.
Oh holy shit!
Yeah.
I
That's
had no
pretty
idea.
awesome, man. Way to go. That is a feat in its own.
Every battle is a
You
struggle that I obviously I don't even remember. Like,
you,
who kno-
I you did sit 1 out, so it's 20 out of 20, but still, like, to be perfect through 3 sub CWLs, even
oh
if
no, I wish
you
I could
sat
have
1
done that.
out,
Oh yeah, I
because I
suppose.
think it was a volunteer sit out.
Oh
You
yeah,
were like,
that's
"Hey,
right.
I'll sit this one out." I mean, that's mad
You know,
props, man.
I was
It's
thinking
awesome.
about it the other day. The day that I think my attacks really changed was the day you copied my army and showed me how to do it with the Super Bowlers. I can trace, I can trace a huge leap because it was like, wow, he did that with my army, and wow,
I don't
that's
know, though,
just a
because your new
couple of
army
things.
is totally different.
Yeah, but what I learned
What you
in
learned
yeah,
in
from
attacking.
that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
just oh wow, he's dropping it this way and oh this makes and it was just like okay. So, it was
'Cause
funny.
I did try to learn your new army, and because I had you send me the army link, and I was like, "Oh, let me try this out. Scotty's been doing really good with this. I'm gonna try it." And I just couldn't get it, man. I could not figure it out.
Yeah,
I was trying a lot of FCs on my own, and I'm like, "This just isn't me.
it
I just can't do it."
it's a weird thing cuz I was having that struggle bus problem and
Yeah.
I talked with Smitty. Thank God he put me on. It still took like 3 days after that because I think it was changing too many things up at one time, but
Mhm.
I really started to feel that Dragon Duke again and start to like. get back
Yeah.
into it and
I think
everything.
and I switched him to Phoenix for this new attack because the backpack now it's like you don't need the jelly.
The
Um,
owl is awesome. That's what I ended up on
yeah.
him.
Oh, you end up the owl.
Yeah, because I learned when I was talking with Smitty, I'm like really getting the pet things, right? And like how they're like
Mhm.
coming together. And why like the Dragon Duke would be awesome, this thing, but he was just too unpredictable for me with the jelly. And
Yeah, he kinda is.
I'd put him in, I put the owl on him, and then all of a sudden, if there's an outside or very close to outside monolith, I can get him in there. And he just
Yeah,
slowed him down for me. And then I watched a lot of like how the other pets kind of like
how the pets work.
yeah. But a lot of that
Yeah.
strategy where I was screwing up was that it's very like you almost have to wait and watch what happens before you can revive. And then I wasn't waiting long enough. Like I was reviving
Too quick.
reviving way too quick in the battle and
Yeah.
thinking I have to get this. And it was just like, no, just let your troops die out on some parts of it.
I think I started getting that off of your last podcast. Somebody was mentioning that with the Phoenix. I don't remember who last one was
Oh,
with, but
Smitty,
like
yeah.
now that I've got the Phoenix on there, like waiting until the Phoenix dies so that way when I do revive the Dragon Duke, he gets his full ability back and he's not held up by the Phoenix.
Yeah, that
And
makes a
then
huge
with
difference.
this new strategy of sending like I used to just put my Dragon Duke and King away from my other army when I was doing the Zapquake. And that way the Duke doesn't ever end up by the boogers because the boogers ruin his ability. But now that I'm sending, like I'm doing my Archer Queen and then my Duke's coming towards it and I'm trying to send my army all like in the same area, he's getting affected a lot by the boogers. So I just tried it on one account, but I dropped the Sneezy off my Warden and put my uh, pony, the healing pony on the Warden, and
Yeah.
actually switched. I put the Fox on my Queen
Ooh.
because I put her down and I hit that giant arrow, and I figured if the Fox can help keep her invisible for like 4 seconds while the Duke's coming her way, and I'm dropping my whole army because I noticed she was dying a lot really fast. If that can kind of stay on her for a while and keep her safe until she has some more cover, then maybe that'll help out. And it was hit and miss today when I tried it, so I'll keep with it for a few days and see if it really makes a difference or not.
Well, and with that, with the Sneezy, I think what I learned, or maybe I'm playing it a little bit, is that there's sometimes where it's all right if he is just the tank, the air tank. Like if my MP is around him, I'll revive the MP because the MP is going to do much more damage behind him while he tanks for him than just the dragon's going to do by himself. I think that's how it appears
Yeah,
to me. And so I'll do that and just use him as like a shield to take out the air bombs while my minion prince is like slamming on
is doing the
things.
damage.
Or like with those
And
boogers, it's like, okay, they're around him, but as long as they're doing damage while he's doing stuff, then there's all that extra stuff taken
yeah,
out. So, but then at the end, it's like, oh, I don't want to throw in anything here, or you can make those little things. Let this booger die, and then I'll do this. And
yeah.
yeah, it's really cool. I think all those equipments are
The only thing
fun to
I'm
play
really
with.
noticing with the Duke is like you've got to keep him away from the mono. The mono
Yeah,
is his arch nemesis.
yeah,
And so, like, if I'm planning my revive or I'm getting ready to do my revive, I'm always looking, is the mono still around? Okay, I can't do that because it's too close to him, you know?
yeah. And
That or air defenses and sweepers. Like, if he's pointed at a sweeper, he's so slow that he can't ever get
get
to
through
the
it.
sweeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you got to kind of plan those things. But now with this backpack, it kind of changes a lot. So it'll be interesting to see how it kind of goes throughout the month.
It's a wild new ability, really. I
Yeah.
think like to see it shoot a troop across the
Yeah.
It's fun. You can play with those angles too.
When it
Like
first came out, like, just the visual, I'm like, "That's the dumbest thing ever. Why would you do that?" But now,
so you can say
you know
wee.
yeah, now that you see other people's ideas and other strategies, and I'm afraid because 'cause I'm sure they're gonna nerf it sooner or later. It's just so
That's
strong.
yeah, that's what I get
It's
nervous about.
so it's so strong, like, they're gonna have to do something
I'll
about
give it a month, and then if they haven't touched it, then
it. Then you'll max it
we're
out.
getting into yeah.
Yeah.
Well, should we
That's
do
why I'm, like, thinking of a backup plan already with going back to Zapquake and just kinda incorporating that way it's not all just lining it up and shooting it down kinda thing.
and even if you do, then it's like, well, then you've just worked through a center base strategy. So, like, oh, maybe that'll
Yeah,
work with the arrow if I just switch it to something like this, then. And
yeah. You just gotta actually remember to switch your equipment.
yeah, especially for CW.
Don't pull it, Tyler, during CWL.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
I
it
hate that
was
feeling.
it was seriously like, "No," because I coulda went perfect on 2 accounts. I was
Oh,
like, "No."
I went into a Legends hit without troops, so I was just muscle memorying it.
Oh,
Yeah, without
yep,
CC troops. I'm like, what?
yep.
Yeah, same
I've
thing.
done that a time or 2. Or, you're just in a hurry and if you have any super troops and they're not trained and you just hit, "Okay, I'm still gonna do the army anyway,"
Yep.
and you hit it without your super troops,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Whoa, that makes a big difference."
I don't know how many armies it just did that with. Yeah. So I don't even want to look.
Yeah.
Well, should we
They
do
need a potion for a redo on Legend League.
oh, right.
That's a way for them to make money. You drop your
Oh
potion
my
and you can
God.
restart your hit for Legend League. It's just like 1 a day that you can use.
That would make a
'Cause
ton.
how many people would use that, right? Like,
Yeah.
you forget your CC, you forget your equipment, you
Even
forget
with
your super troops, or
even
you
with the
screw up your
screen
entry.
checks.
Yep. Yeah, even with the, "Are you sure you
Yeah.
want to use this army?"
Yes, I'm sure. Yes. Why didn't you tell
"Yes, I'm
me?
sure. Just let me do it." Just a one-time, once a day potion you can buy, and there it is.
There it is. I would like to revive the pets. I think that would be a nice little addition
Yeah, that would be cool.
to be able to or to capture and reassign. Well, should we do shout outs? Wrap up
Yeah.
here?
A shout out to you for having me on and,
Shout out to you.
uh, running out a great CWL, being the leader of where people go, and I think it's pretty cool that you are able to manage all of the 3 clans at once. Just doing stats on, like, 2 is t a lot, so being able to manage all 3 is pretty
It's a group
impressive,
effort.
and yeah, it is, but you do organize it pretty well all by yourself, and for going perfect the last 3 CWLs, so
Well, thanks for
good
telling me.
work.
I was like, I was just saying, I'm like, I think I did really well last CW too. I couldn't remember
Yeah.
what I did,
No, it's
but
the last 3.
yeah, wow. Um, that's pretty good. Shout out to you for being here and doing all that work on that spreadsheet. And I feel like hopefully now that we've kind of got it, it'll or if you need help with stuff, let me know with that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out Individuous. I don't know if you saw this guy coming to the clan.
He was the lower town hall, right?
Yeah, Town Hall 16, and it was like right around
Yeah.
CWL time. And this is
Yeah, he was getting FCs in.
right after. I think this was the day that I had talked to Smitty, or the next day, and I was in the middle of struggle bus. Like I'm in the back seat camping out, and he came in. And he's a Town Hall 16, and these bases that I was gnashing my teeth against, like 50 FCs. I cannot get this. I cannot get it. He comes in to
Yeah.
Town Hall 16 and carves the bases up in a
Oh,
way. Warden is down here, and he's recalling. He's doing different things,
yeah.
but he
It
took.
almost I watched a few of them and almost looked like, quad hero kinda thing.
Yeah, it was this.
Like, he had a lot going on.
Yeah, and the timing and just seeing what a Town Hall 16 could do against this base I was just having a hard time with kind of took me out of it, where I was like, you're back in a routine. You are just running the attack. You're not thinking about what you can get with this. You kind of forget, like, you're putting your troops there, but why are you putting your troops there? You want to get this thing.
Why are
this.
you?
Yeah. And I think I just kind of was getting a little stuck in running it so much that it kind of took me out. And he's been back doing FCs, and it's really cool to see how people can just kick butt like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to X. I'm gonna X. I'm just gonna say
just X
stepping up in Warborn and helping out over there with Warpig and JJ and Chewy, and everybody helping out over in L2 and everybody in the L's. The CWL is really fun and still pretty active. Like, even though we were separated, it still seemed like there was lots of stuff going on. So it was pretty fun. And
we do need to work on getting everybody back for the weekend of Clan Capital hits during CWL. Just so we can all get those medals. It seems like our CWL just during that week, if not everybody comes back to do their, or we all go over there. Either way, to where it's like we all need to hit in one spot to where we can capitalize and max out our Clan Capital medals. Because just with half of us hitting there, it's not enough.
Yeah, hopefully it'll fall different.
Yeah,
these next times, but yeah, it's something to put on the thing. And let's see here. Shout out to Smitty for the help. Shout out to Wayward. He's on TikTok, I saw, and he's doing some lower Town Hall account hits, so which is pretty cool. And thanks to all you fans out there. Apologize for the wait. Should have new episodes weekly still. So any more shout outs from you?
Just big shout out to the House of Eld during CWL for staying up and being right in the fight for the win there. And big props to everybody that went perfect during CWL. We had a pretty big list. We had X, Divs, you, Scotty, Cock Inspector. Warpig was 1% off from perfect. Boats was 1% off from perfect. Pekka was 1% off from perfect.
Yeah.
And then Bobby went perfect down in L2. Tyler went perfect in L2. General went perfect in L2. Piglet, Chewy, and Warthog all went perfect in L2 as well. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, lots of, and L2, big shout out to them for crushing it during CWL. Like I said, I think they won by over 20 stars in their group. So that was cool to see. Hopefully we can just keep moving on.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what this next month brings with the changes. Yeah. So we'll get a hold of us at clashofclanspodcast at gmail.com or clashofclanspodcast.com. And until next time, keep it clashy, everybody.
Keep it clashy.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.